What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Roads to 1000 ELO. Now, if you guys would have seen the last episode, we had a bit of a interesting day where we've lost one game, but then we played another game, which we have done. So we are still about 3 ELO away from 600. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to 600 ELO and beyond starting today. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and I will see you on the chessboard. So let's see what we are gonna get today. We've got the black pieces and we are playing against someone who is from France and he's 639. We will get 9 ELO if we win. So what do we play? Let's try and play the King's Indian. I'm guessing he's playing some sort of like Queen's Gambit sort of line, so we will see. I'm just gonna play the usual standard moves and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so this is interesting. What do we do if he pushes? How can we prevent him from pushing? I think that's interesting. I think if he pushes here, I go here. That would not be great. So I'm not quite sure what to do in this line. He pushes, I come here. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to undevelop myself. But then again, yeah. So okay. Obviously we can't go to any of those squares. So I am gonna have to undevelop, which shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Now I'm thinking about breaking into the center. So let's create a pawn break. Now of course we can go in here as well. Okay, this is interesting. So, do I put my knight back here? And then we can get castled as well. Thinking about pushing there as well. Or maybe even develop my knight here. Because I mean, I could just get castled, so let's do that. He is ahead in terms of development. Again, the problem is if I come here, I think I'm gonna be happy to. What do we do in this position, eh? Then I can just sort of come here. And I know Danya plays this move sometimes. So we will get the pawn break. If I take, he takes. Then we can just move here. And then we can attack this. Oh, we can't attack this pawn. I think I'm not going to be too mad about that, to be honest. Now, I'm also thinking about putting in this knight. And then, obviously, pushing here would not be great for him. So, then I think I would take. And then he would take. I would take again. Then he would take, which would open up this diagonal, and I know the queens would be off. However, I don't think that would be that much of a problem. I think we would be better off in terms of position. So that would be interesting. Another move that he could do, I was thinking maybe he could come here attacking the queen, but that would be unprotected. So that would be interesting. Okay, so he does move. So I think I am going to pin this knight, and it means I wonder whether it means I could take this pawn now if he doesn't react, because if he was to take, I can take, he takes, nah, I don't really like that, to be honest. Okay, so how do we proceed from here? Thinking about pushing. That could be interesting, because it takes, and I could even put this rook into the game and try and do some sort of damage here. Now this bishop is a little bit annoying, so I do want to deal with the bishop somehow. So he has weakened. I think, let's have a think. I'm happy to drop back. Let's have a think. If I drop here, he goes here, and just take, that's not a problem. Yeah, let's just drop back here. I think that's a good square for my bishop. We are down on time quite heavily, and we are down a pawn as well, but I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. I do want to get this knight into the game somewhat, but unfortunately it is, you know, it's quite boxed off. So I'm thinking whether we, do we bring, we can just bring the rook in and then start pushing these pawns as well. Okay. Is everything gonna come off? I mean, the problem is I might be losing this piece. What if I move my queen here? He pushes. Takes. Oh, this is not great for me. But then if he pushes, I can just move somewhere else. So I am expecting him to push, in which case I might just drop back, and it will also unlock this diagonal. And I've also oh, this piece is hanging. Okay, he doesn't see it. So what if I trade? Takes, and then I think that's a good trade for me. Okay, so I could push here, and then I'll be threatening this pawn, so let's do that. This knight is basically not doing anything, so it will be interesting to see how he's going to deal with this, because if he allows me to take, then I can come here, and then that's going to be quite dangerous for him. So he does let me take. Okay. So come here with a check. And then drop back. Interesting. Or I come here. He comes here. I come in. He comes here. I go there. He blocks. Can I not just come in? No. But I think there's some sort of idea going on here. Let's see how he's gonna counterattack. I was also a 670 rated player myself, so I should be able to win this if I just use my brain. So let's see. He's thinking, he's using his time. He's probably realized what the plan is. That's interesting move. If I come here, this knight is still pretty useless. I'm thinking about coming here, checking him. Oh no, because this knight will be interesting. Would it be wise for me to come here? Takes, no, because takes. And then I'm getting rid of those pieces. So come here. Might be a good move for me. Definitely an interesting move. So come here. Takes. This is getting quite complicated in terms of calculations. So I come here. He's got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What is this idea? Just gonna move up. This move would be good if he didn't have 1, 2, 3 pieces coming all at it, and I only have 2 defenders. So what is the plan here? He's not gonna take this. He's not gonna take this. Can I not just move forward? No, because then I can't undevelop. From here, maybe just try something else. And then from there, come here. That could be a good move. Oh. I was thinking, what if I do check, he takes, I take. That wouldn't work because of this. So if he does move his... Wait, he's just giving me his queen. I was about to move my rook then. And now... I'm happy to take this. So I can come here. So that's check. He has to go there. I go here. I feel like I'm just missing a piece. I wish I was able to... What if I just try and chase his... knight away? That's stopping me from... his rook, sorry, because that's stopping me from the checkmate. Need to go on ally square. Wait. Come here. He comes in. This is getting interesting. Obviously, don't want to... I think this would be the safest place. He comes in. I can just block. But then isn't it mate on the next move if he doesn't check me? If I just go here. So he should... Right. If I go here, he can't come here, and he can't go there. And that's checkmate. And just like that, we are back to 600 elo. Oh wow, I feel like I've played a really good game. Okay, I'm very happy with how this has turned out. So let's have a look on the game review. Oh, and let's see how well we've done. And this is what happens when I actually use my brain. I feel like I've played so much better. And still, we've not played all that good, to be honest. So, we've had 2 blunders of ourselves. It's interesting. So, let's actually start the review. And let's see where we've gone wrong. I feel like I've played the right game. It will be interesting to see what I was supposed to do when he pressed my knight. So obviously pushed. Yeah, but I was trying to play King's Indian, so I'm not sure whether I should have just, instead of pushing this pawn, whether I should have just gone here first. So maybe next time I'll just start with the G pawn after developing my knight. So he moved here. I developed, which again it says it's not the best move. Oh, of course. So this move, I need to remember pushing this D pawn, because then it means he can't really push, because it takes, and then I can just take his queen, stop him from, well, either stop him from castling, or you just do this, and then I can just move my knight up and the game continues. So yeah, need to remember that D6 pawn move. So we've undeveloped, pushed the D pawn, yep, in the spirit of King's Indian, blocked it with the knight. We've castled, which says it's not the sharpest of moves. Let's see. Yeah, but again, I didn't feel this bishop was in a good diagonal, so moving it here, getting him towards where I would be castling, it just didn't seem like something I was prepared to do, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, we castled, they've castled, developed my knight, which looks, it says I'm gonna lose a pawn, which I did. So instead of developing my knight, perhaps I should have just created like a pawn pyramid, because now if he takes, and then he can't come here because I can take back. But again, I was so focused on the development side of things. So he took, yeah, So I had to take, he took the knight, pushed it back, and at this point I started to feel quite comfortable. Okay, so it says again, yeah, moving the pawn in front of my king might have not been the best idea. So I wonder whether it was better for me to either bring the rooks in or, well, maybe undevelop this knight to then put it here. What if I move my knight back? Is that going to be... Yeah, it's a good move, but it's not the best move. So after they've done this, I've pushed. What should I have done instead? Bring the rook to the center. Of course, it's a very obvious chess principle, which I've not followed. So he kicks the bishop. I decided to slot it back because I knew this bishop will become handy. So we've exchanged. He protects the pawn, and then that says it's a blunder. Oh yeah, because he was looking at this knight the whole time, and I've spotted, I think it was a move straight after. Yeah, so he moved it. Oh wow, this knight was hanging this whole time. I guess because it was on the rim, I just didn't think about it, and now I've noticed that it was there, so I decided to basically take it. And then this says it's an inaccuracy, but again, this is what I don't understand about engines. It says it's an inaccuracy. However, I had a clear idea in place in order to take this pawn and then threaten checkmate. So now this is another blunder. I'm about to lose my knight. How? Okay, makes sense. But again, so again, this is now saying my queen is about to go. I don't quite understand this, but again, he was better, and then I just taken his queen. I decided to trade. Again, looked for some threats. Check, check, and there was a checkmate again, and I've done my puzzles. So, what was the best move? It was obviously to get rid of this rook, because let's say if he was to take, then I can just do this and then that's game over essentially. But yeah, the game just ended up differently anyway. So it's so interesting how the engine is saying I was losing the whole time, even though I did feel quite comfortable. Perhaps I just need to sharpen up on the King's Indian, especially at the start. I feel like I got myself into a bit of a pickle here. So instead of putting the bishop out, I will remember to just put the d pawn here, because it stops from any pushes or anything. So yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We are back to 606 elo. Hopefully we'll be picking the momentum and growing from now on, but I thought this was a pretty good game. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy these sort of episodes, please don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit the like. Let me know what you thought of the game as well. I was quite happy with how it turned out, as you probably saw by my reaction. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.